What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show. And today, in a season of success, we keep seeing the riches fall on our team, the luck fall on our team, the praise fall on our team and our players. And it was announced that we have four All-Pro players who've made the All-Pro team this year. Second team All-Pro. Very highly recognized. It's an exciting time. I told y'all from the onset that we were going to have one All-Pro player, but the fact that we got four is amazing. And three of them, well, I'll say one was a surprise that he was on the All-Pro team. And we have to start from the top. Of course, the Captain McLaurin, makes his first All-Pro selection, a long deserving award that should have been given to him years ago. But the fact that he's now got a quarterback that is making him look great. I mean, you're talking about 12 touchdowns, 13 touchdowns this season. Like, that is a highly recognized thing. I mean, he ate second to only Jamar Chase when it came to touchdowns. I mean, you're talking about a guy who's shown throughout his entire career, he has to always put people in doubt. I remember when the draft was happening, and people were saying he was going to be a special teamer. And I had to scream out to everybody like, no, this guy is not a special teamer. This guy is a special player, but he's not a special teamer. And I had to keep telling people, like, everybody was comparing him to guys that he was nowhere next to. And I said, y'all don't understand what you're looking at here. This guy, Terry McLaurin, is Pierre Garçon with speed. And I remember that draft year, which was 2019, I told everybody that we should go with Paris Campbell because I thought that Terry McLaurin wasn't in the draft. Only to find out that he was in the draft. And I kept telling everybody, like, the reason this guy's missed is because at the time, you know, Ohio State just had so many weapons that there were times that he could be missed. But the one thing that you could guarantee with Terry was that every time you saw him play, he was tough. He was making all the blocks he needed to make. And on top of that, when they went to him, he was catching everything. And there were times where he would actually have very solid games at Ohio State, but because he was overshadowed by a person like Paris Campbell who had all the speed and the running backs and everything, it made everything about him seem smaller. But this guy was an elite player. He was a very elite player in college. And I told people, I said, you know, understand that there's things that's happening with this guy that you may not recognize and you may not pay attention to. Then all of a sudden, guess what happened? Jay Gruden made it a point of hiding him when it came to when people would come and tape the practices and stuff. And then all of a sudden in the preseason, remember that his rookie year, he did not play in the preseason. And I kept telling y'all, look, y'all don't understand. They're hiding this guy. And the reason they're hiding this guy is because they found out that he was better than what people thought. I was the only one who kept saying, yo, no, y'all don't understand. This guy's Pierre Garçon with speed. The toughness that Pierre Garçon displayed, and even with Pierre Garçon, he had some speed, but he didn't have Terry's speed. And those were the things that I was telling you about. And the fact that after all that time, all his fighting and having to deal with quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. Like, do you understand that Terry himself, has probably dealt with 3 different quarterbacks and probably he's had multiple quarterbacks each season he's played. Even this season. Because understand, he's caught passes not only from Jaden, but also from Marcus Mariota. There hasn't been a season in Terry McLaurin's career where he's only had to deal with one quarterback the entire season. And that even includes last year with Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett. So the fact that after all that hard work, all that having to deal with all that, still putting up the numbers, even to the point at where there was so many people and fans and everybody who was talking about how he wasn't an elite wide receiver. And I kept screaming that, yo, like, he is elite. I even did a whole video where I told people to keep the captain's name out their MF and mouths. And now to see all the fruits of his labor culminate into him becoming an all-pro and being announced as an all-pro, there's nothing I can say and there's nothing I can state that will show the level of appreciation and respect that Terry rightfully deserves because of this. Like, I mean, all this time, like, there was so many times when people would consider him top 20, top 13, and all that type of stuff. And it's like, no, this guy is just as elite as all the other guys that everybody wants to recognize. I understand that he didn't have a quarterback that Jamar Chase has, but he's damn near there. You know, when it comes to Justin Jefferson, the same thing. Terry affects the game the exact same way these guys do. Terry, when Terry doesn't really get the focus of the offense or doesn't come up big in the offense, that's how they lose. If you think about it, a lot of the games that they lost have been because Terry wasn't one of the big players in the game. And then when you think about what just recently happened, when we faced Atlanta, we needed Terry. When we faced the Cowboys, we needed Terry at the end. And these are the things that, when it all comes down to it, all-pro is beyond deserving. So now he's got the all-pro, he has the Pro Bowl. So now the next thing that has to be done is just, you know, him still staying on this path and Jaden helping him through it. You know, because again, this is what he rightfully deserved. He deserved this. He deserved this. He deserved this acknowledgement way before then. I mean, you're talking about 1,000 yards every single time for a wide receiver who's seen multiple quarterbacks in season. In season. Like, he's had multiple quarterbacks throw him the ball in season. And understand this, his most successful quarterback up to that point that he had the most success with was Taylor Heineke. That was the guy he had the most success with. And that was the guy that every single year Ron was trying his best to replace. Which then prompted for Terry to have to catch balls from other quarterbacks. Congratulations to the captain, Captain McLaurin, our superhero. Finally, people understand how special a player he is and that he is up there with those elite guys. Not only that, that second team, when it comes to wide receivers, is all NFC East. Terry, CeeDee Lamb, and A.J. Brown, all second team wide receivers. That's the NFC East. Not only that, if they had a second slot, it would probably be 4 because Malik Neighbors had a fantastic year as well. So, like I said, congratulations to the captain, rightfully deserved. Then our star linebackers, the captain on the defensive side of the team, Bobby Wagner, he gets an All-Pro nod. Not only that, he surpasses Ray Lewis as getting the most All-Pro nods when it comes to a middle linebacker. I mean, and understand, this Washington franchise has had some standout linebackers in its history. You know, when you talk about people like Andre Collins and Wilbur Marshall and Monty Coleman and Antonio Pierce, even Derek Smith when he was here for a short amount of time, London Fletcher. You know, we've had some recognizable guys that have played middle linebacker for this team. And for Bobby Wagner to add to that history of great linebackers that have played for the Washington franchise, that again culminates into something special. The same thing applies to the guy playing beside him, and Frankie Louvu, who also gets the nod as an All-Pro, had a fantastic season. I mean, sat up there, and I think he had, 8 sacks this season? Could have broke 10, but didn't make it. But still, the fact that he was, that Joe Witt and Dan Quinn basically used him like Michael Parsons. And not only that, the fact that he took it up and actually played phenomenally this year is again, a testament of great linebacker play. Because he's not the only one, again, in Washington's franchise who's had these fantastic middle linebackers, speed linebackers. When you talk about guys like LeVar Arrington, Marcus Patton, Marcus Washington, we've had Sean Barber. We've had guys who really played well for us. You know, and again, adding to that history. Adding to that history has been just the greatest thing, man, I tell you. Then, last but not least, Austin Ekeler. Austin Ekeler, who is basically our backup running back, and our third team specialist, and our receiving running back, got the nod for kick returning. And I mean, that right there, again, a team that we all felt was devoid of talent, right? A team that everybody felt that, you know, we weren't going to do well. I myself was one of those people. I didn't see us getting beyond 7 wins. I said maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, but I'm thinking 7 and 8. And yet and still they exceeded that. The talent that was brought in to make this team special exceeded everybody's even imagination of how great this team was going to be. And the fact that, again, 4 All-Pros, that is like absolutely amazing. You're talking about the last time, if I can remember, I think the last time we had All-Pros was, Trent Williams and Brandon Sheriff? I think that's the last time we had All-Pros. But again, 4? I mean, we're talking about a great season. Our players are being recognized. Jaden more than likely is walking away with the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He should also get MVP voting ever since everybody wants to give it to Josh Allen. Y'all can see my video I did about that. This has been a fantastic season. This has been a season where we have seen the aspect of the name not be as important anymore. Remember last year how everybody was whining and complaining about the name? It's not even a discussion anymore. We don't have to worry about Dan Snyder. We don't have to worry about Ron and his craziness and his foolishness. We don't have to worry about a coach who's being undermined by the owner. We don't have to worry about the owner releasing players without the coach even knowing. We don't have to worry about that. We don't have to worry about the owner and the GM making trades that the owner is that the coach doesn't even agree with. We don't have to worry about none of that. And the fact that our players are being recognized for the season that they had, the regular season that they had, and our season is not over yet. We play on Sunday. We play Sunday night in a primetime playoff game. That's the level of respect that this team has gotten now. That our team has gotten so much acknowledgement, so much respect. It's being recognized that even our players are being seen now. Congratulations to all the All-Pros. Congratulations big time. And not only a congratulations, but also a thank you. Thank you for getting us back. Thank you for having us believe again. Thank you for making us understand that we weren't going to be in the black hole or in the abyss or in the black lagoon anymore. That this was different, that this was going to be a different season, that they were going to put everything on the line. Because understand this, we were used to mediocre play. We were used to mediocre play and mediocre players. And then we would fight to keep the mediocre players. Thank you for not only that, for also with a person like myself who was attacked a lot of times because everybody thought I was so negative when I would talk about, yo, this team ain't right. This coach ain't right. This owner ain't right. That's why we're losing. And everybody used to get mad at me. Now, all of a sudden, now that we've now seen what it's like and what it's like to have a true superstar at quarterback, what it's like to have a true linebacker that actually goes out there and play, what it looks like to have coaching not be the problem. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And congratulations to all you All-Pros. Fantastic season, fantastic job. And I can honestly say that I really appreciate all the work that you guys have put in. And you guys are rightfully deserving of the recognition and acknowledgement that you got. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. Other than that, y'all tell me what y'all think. How do most of y'all feel about the fact that we got All-Pros on our team? And the fact that not only are the All-Pros being recognized, because again, Bobby Wagner's been an All-Pro with other teams. But now, all of a sudden, our own homegrown guy in Terry McLaurin is being recognized. How do y'all feel about that? Y'all tell me how y'all feel about the fact that we as a team have All-Pros on our team that are being recognized and that are being seen. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man, John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.